everyone. Today we'll be looking at Charles Darwin and his theory of evolution. But some of you may ask what a theory of evolution is. In short, you could say that it explains how we evolved from monkeys. But today we'll go into more context about a theory and Charles Darwin himself. Darwin was born in Shrewsbury, a town near the English-Welsh border. He was Christian like his mother and father, meaning he went to church, while his grandparents were both abolitionists, who campaigned and succeeded for the abolition of slavery. A few years forward, and Darwin was forced by a father, who was a doctor for the poor, to join the University of Edinburgh Medical School. Against his father's wishes, he neglected his studies, spending more time learning about the art of preserving an animal and reading books. He also debated with other students and shared his ideas about natural history. His father, annoyed with Darwin's neglection of medical studies, then sent him to Cambridge University, where he learned to be a holy man. During his stay here, he started beetle collecting, encouraged by a friend. This friend also introduced Darwin to a professor called John Henslow. He was a botany professor who taught about plants and was a great friend and mentor to Darwin. Charles enjoyed holy books and did well in his exams before leaving. When Darwin returned home, he found a letter from Henslow offering a place on the HMS Beagle. To the annoyance of his father and the support of his brother, he accepted. A few months later, and Darwin and the rest of the crew on board the Beagle landed at the Galapagos Islands. Darwin noticed on one island the tortoises had short necks and lumpy shells, and then on another island the tortoises had long necks and flat shells. He knew that they weren't separate creatures. He thought they were all the same creature, but because of adaptation and evolution, they looked different. What I mean is that one animal has this feature because it needs to adapt to the temperature and setting, while another animal looks different for the same reason. It lives in a different area with a different temperature and looks different even though it's the same creature. That is the reason why there are many colours for humans: black, white, brown. In short, they also have to adapt to survive. So why? Only the fittest survive. They will be the only ones that also have offspring. So a few years later, he returned to London with the idea. As you can guess, he was embroiled with lots of controversy, since they had not been found before, and many people thought that God had made the world, and so everyone was different. Religious priests also argued that Darwin had no evidence to support his claim, and so was wrong. Despite all the accusations, Darwin did not go out in public for fear of his health. A few weeks later, Darwin was contacted by Alfred Russel Wallace, who had figured out the same theory. After publishing a few books together, Darwin started to get worried that Wallace could steal his ideas and claim them as his own. This worry urged Darwin to publish The Origin of Species, which was a bestseller. Why? It sold more books than it was expected to do. So, Darwin then lived a quiet, happy life with his wife and children until he died of health problems in elderly age. I hope you enjoyed this fact-filling video, and I hope you also know more about Charles Darwin now. See you next time!